Hello everyone, this is the first video of how to learn PHP the easy way. By easy way, I mean to start from the beginning. We must start from the beginning in order to learn the thing properly. If you start from heavy frameworks like WordPress or CodeIgniter or any of the PHP frameworks, you would think that PHP is the most difficult thing to ever exist. But it's not the case if you start from the beginning and without frameworks. I highly recommend you to stay away from frameworks and start from scratch. So to start from scratch, you either need to have a website or a WAMP server installed on your computer. For the website, there is a cPanel which is like this, and you can place your files in the file manager and then in the public HTML folder. But most of you probably don't have a website, so I recommend the WAMP server or the XAMPP server. Just install it. It's very easy to set up, and once set up and you run the localhost on the web browser, when you start, uh, you need to start the WAMP server first, and then click on localhost, so it will open up a page like this. So it means that your WAMP server is correctly running in the background. So without this WAMP server, you cannot run PHP files. First thing you need to know, because it's a server-side language, you need to have a server running for it. And in this very first chapter, we're going to talk how you can create a PHP file. Very simple. For that, your projects will appear over here. To create a folder, a project, you need to go this. You go to C. This is the default folder location for the for your WAMP server, WAMP, and then triple W. Over here, these are your projects, and you just all you need to do is new, and then create a folder. I will name it my awesome website, and inside obviously there is nothing. So what we'll do, I recommend, because I don't recommend to install heavy IDE. You can even start with Notepad, and I don't recommend Notepad actually, because you cannot actually do programming easily on that. So the most basic one I recommend is Notepad++. It looks like this, and don't worry about the tabs open. I was working on my other stuff. So for example, you have nothing over here. You need to click on new and save as. So this is the my folder library, as you can see, and I will, instead of the text file, the good thing about Notepad plus plus is that it supports most of the programming languages. So PHP is also available. Yes, so I need to write index.php. So I will save this, and it will appear as a PHP file. So for the very beginning, each file must be index.php, because if you name it something else, then it will not open. It will open this file even if the extension is not provided or the file name is not provided. So I click on refresh, and you can see my project is now available, and if I click on it, nothing is appear, but it's actually working because our file has been taken up by this uh, by the WAMP server. Even if we write, for example, index.php, which was the file we created, the same thing will open. Okay, so that was easy. So the good thing about this PHP file is that you can write HTML all you want. So before learning PHP, I highly recommend you to master or learn the basics of the HTML, because it's very easy. So I will write HTML very quickly just to show that it really works. I will create a table. Okay, so now that I've created a table, this is all pure HTML. So if I go back and click on refresh, you can see the table is appearing over here, even though it's a PHP file. So um, let me just write border. Love working on tables. I recommend you to focus more on tables rather than just writing plain text. Okay, so this is purely HTML, but the file is PHP. So how you can add PHP code in the HTML file? It's very simple. If you start from the beginning, you will learn things very efficiently and you will know how things actually work. So for example, we want the same content to be written in PHP, not in HTML, but in PHP. So for test purposes, I will copy this and I will paste it again, and then now I'll write it in PHP code. So to write in PHP code, you just need to start the tags of the PHP. This is the opening tag, and this is not complete. You need to always close your PHP tab. You can do it any part of your page. So this information it will be rendered from the server side. Okay, so to display the content, to print out the view, you can write echo with which is the print function of PHP, and then in the inverted commas you need to write content one, and always end your PHP code with the semicolon. So if I click on refresh, if I click on save and I go back and refresh, this one I will write this is in PHP. So you can see this code is actually in PHP and all of the rest code is in HTML. So that's how you can write PHP code very simply in the HTML language, just by changing the extension of this and running the server. So that was all from the first lesson. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next lesson.